can take you anywhere. Turn the pages and you'll be there. Come on, join us, you'll see. We're reading with Carylee.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another Read with Carylee show. I am your host, Carylee, and today we have author Ramona Morrow, and she will be reading the story Jamie's Pet. And Miss Ramona, we have been featuring authors from around the world and across the United States. So could you tell us where you are reading to us from today?
Today I'm reading from Gillam, Manitoba, Canada.
Oh, wow. See, we have another author from up north, and we are so glad to have you today. Now, as I said, that you will be reading to us the story, Jamie's Pet. And I know this story has a very special meaning and a very special background for you. So I'm going to ask you to just dive right into the story and take our friends on the adventure with Jamie's Pet.
Okay, thank you. It says, dedicated to my son, Jamie. Thank you for letting me tell you stories at bedtime. This couldn't be possible without you. Love you very much, Mom. One day, Jamie thought he should have a pet. He wanted someone to play with and to keep him company, so he asked his mother, "Can I have a pet, Mummy?" "What kind of pet do you want?" asked Jamie's mother. "I'm not sure," replied Jamie. "What kinds are there?" he asked. "Well, why don't we go down to the pet store? This way you will be able to see what kind of animals there are. Then you can choose the pet you would like to have," suggested his mother. As Jamie and his mother walked into the pet store, they were greeted by a friendly parrot. This beautifully colored bird was covered with blue, yellow, red, and green feathers. "Hello," squawked the parrot. "It talks, Mummy," exclaimed Jamie. "Yes, it does," replied his mother. "Why don't you ask the parrot his name?" Jamie asked. "What's your name, parrot?" The parrot squawked again. "Hiccup. How are you?" "Fine," answered Jamie. "You have a very funny name," he remarked. Jamie quickly turned his head and looked over his shoulder. Then he yelled, "Look, Mummy, rabbits! Aren't they cute?" his mother hinted. "Yes," said Jamie, "they are. See, there are black, brown, gray, and white rabbits. This is the pet you want?" asked his mother. Jamie thought for a moment. "I don't know," replied Jamie. "There are still lots of animals to see. Maybe you'll find one yet," she suggested. Jamie and his mother noticed several cages with lots of furry little brown animals. Some were nestled together sleeping, while others were busy jumping and climbing onto their wheel. "Look, Mummy, mice!" shouted Jamie. "No, honey, they're not mice," explained his mother. "They're called gerbils. See how they jump around on their strong, long hind legs? Look at the small ball of hair at the end of their long tail." As Jamie and his mother walked further into the pet store, they saw kittens, lots of cute, cuddly, tiny kittens. "They are really playful, aren't they?" Jamie asked his mother. "Yes, they are," giggled Jamie, as one spotted black and white little kitten he was holding began playing with his hand. At the back of the pet store, there was one wall completely filled with aquariums. "There must be hundreds of fishies," wondered Jamie. "There certainly are a lot of fishies. Aren't they beautiful? Look at all the different kinds, colors, sizes, and shapes," his mother commented. "Let's go over here," suggested his mother. "Cowabunga, Mummy! Turtles!" squealed Jamie. "Just look at them. They're climbing on top of each other," she exclaimed. Coming from behind, there were loud chirping noises. "Look, birds!" shouted Jamie. Jamie's mother explained, They're called budgies or parakeets. Look at all the different brightly colored birds. These birds have green, red, blue, orange, yellow, or purple feathers. See? Some have short and square tails, and the others have long pointed tails. Listen, they're singing to you. They sure make a lot of noise, replied Jamie. I guess they do, his mother smiled. Ah, see over there, puppies, said Jamie. Adorable, aren't they? Suggested his mother. As Jamie comfortably picked up a squirming light brown and white puppy, the puppy started to lick him on the face. He likes me, Mummy, Jamie laughed. I think he does, replied his mother. Is this the pet you want? She asked Jamie. Yes, oh yes, please, Mummy, can I? Begged Jamie. All right, if you're sure this is the pet you want, but remember, the puppy is your pet. You will have to care for him. This is a big responsibility. Will you be able to care for him? His mother asked. Yes, I will look after him, answered Jamie. You'll have to feed him, make sure he has fresh water, brush him when he needs brushing, help bathe him when he is dirty, and most importantly, take him for walks so he can get his exercise. Will you be able to do that? His mother asked. Yes, I will, answered a confident Jamie. Okay, now we'll need to purchase some puppy supplies. First, we need puppy food, dishes, and then a collar and a leash, a few toys, and finally a dog brush. This should get you started, said his mother. Thank you, Mummy, said Jamie. Can I name him? He's your pet now, so you can name him, replied his mother. Do you have one picked out? She asked. Yes, said Jamie. Gizmo. Gizmo, she said. I guess he does look like a gizmo. So Jamie, his mother, and the new addition to the family, Gizmo, left the pet store, and Jamie got the pet and friend he wanted. The end.
With Carylee.
Yes, that is an awesome story about getting a pet. I know my sons still want me to get them a little puppy, but I don't know. We may be able to go through the store like Jamie's mom did with him. So I'm assuming that Jamie is your son.
Correct, yes.
Yes. So was he able to take care of that little puppy, Gizmo?
Yes, he did. He did a lot of the work. I was really surprised. He stepped up to the plate, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what a lot of parents would definitely want for their children to be able to do, to take care of the pet that they want.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he would actually do it.
So, could I ask how long ago did you write this book?
I wrote this book like 25 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and stored it away and didn't really do anything with it until I came across it just a couple of years ago. And I
Okay.
figured, well, maybe I should try to get it published and see what happens.
Yes, that's awesome. So I'm sure Jamie is a strapping young man now with
Yeah, 30
possibly.
years, 30 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he possibly has his own little child wanting to get a pet soon. So now he has that memory that you have had, that you've kept for him, and now he has the ability to go back and read that. So that is so great that you were able to write that so many years ago and then bring that story back now. So, with all of the books that you may have read when you were younger, or that you may have read to Jamie, what were, could you pick one that you would possibly say was your favorite or inspired you?
Yes, my first book that I ever got was Curious George Goes to the Hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got it when I broke my arm, and my dad gave it to me when I was actually in the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's great that you had that book to be a comfort to you. And I know I grew up on Curious George and I love Curious George. And now my sons love Curious. Well, they've read a couple of the books, but they love the cartoon and the movies.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's amazing to see that these books have come full circle, and that's what we want to inspire in our authors for them to be able to see their books come and be treasured books for other children as well. And we thank you for writing Jamie's Pet. We thank your son for being the inspiration, as most of our children are, and we really want to show our appreciation for you and the other authors that we do have on the Read with Carylee show. And we thank you so much. So all of Miss Ramona's information will be at the bottom of the screen, and you can see how you can get your copy of Jamie's Pet. And maybe your parents may be inspired to let you get a pet of your own. So thank you again, Miss Ramona.
Thank you for having me.
And yes, and thank you for joining us for another Read with Carylee show. You're always getting some inspiration here. So remember to always grab a book and read. Bye.
Bye.
With Carylee.
Thanks for watching another amazing episode of the Read with Carylee show. We have amazing authors coming by every week. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. You don't want to miss a thing.